Welcome back to the DSN Recap Show, a recap of all the sports highlights and things going on around the sports world. We started off with a quick update on Jimmy Butler, apparently on Wednesday going to practice and cussing out his teammates and coaches, telling the GM, "You effing need me," and then beating the starting Timberwolves team, including Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins, with the third stringers, teaming up with them to beat the starters. Not a good sign for the T-Wolves. Jimmy Butler also went on with an interview with Hannah Nichols and just kind of revealed some more details about just everything that went on in practice, apparently holding a players-only meeting. Jeff Teague went to Twitter to say that it wasn't just a players-only meeting and that there were other faculty members there, including Tom Thibodeau. And yeah, our next story is going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars signing Pro Bowl running back Jamal Charles. Charles had a great career with the Kansas City Chiefs before starting to really drop off in carries and started to really have a kind of a bad career. Played with the Broncos a little bit last year. Now he's going to be playing with the Jaguars. A nice pickup as we see Fournette not going to be able to play for this Week 6 matchup, so it's a good move by the Jags to pick him up to have another running back option. Next story, we have Bobby Bowden, the recruit that Louisville apparently offered money to, up to 5 figures. Now his dad coming forward and saying that other schools have also offered him money. Not all the details are in about this, so I'm not going to report it fully, but definitely an interesting story there. His dad self-reporting a bunch of other schools, a bunch of other Adidas schools as well, mentioned in the report. That's all. And then we see LeBron James and the Lakers playing the Warriors in the preseason game against the Warriors the other night. It was the most televised game in any NBA preseason game, and LeBron had a clutch buzzer beater, so it was very exciting for that. That's all the news that we have. Let's get to some highlights. We will start it off on Thursday Night Football with the Giants and the Eagles. Eli Manning over the middle. It's going to be intercepted and brought back from the Eagles as he goes out around the 25-yard line. Eli Manning, his bad season is turning even worse. 3rd and 7 for Carson Wentz, drops back in the pocket and has all day to throw, rolls outside, and then eventually fires a dart into the end zone for a touchdown. What a catch right there from Alshon Jeffries. He ended up having around 7 seconds to throw that football. Not good job there by the Giants, but Saquon Barkley, the rookie out of Penn State, breaks free, and he'll get down to around the 20-yard line. A beautiful run right there before being tripped up, and he just had an incredible day, but they'd have to end up settling for a field goal. Wentz over the middle once again, another first down this time to Alshon Jeffrey once more. Then on 2nd and 2, hands it off to the running back Corey Clement out of Wisconsin, the former Badger, down inside the 5, and he's finally brought down at around the 1 or 2 yard line. Eventually on 2nd goal, they would give it back to Clement. He would punch it into the end zone for a touchdown, and the Eagles take a 14-3 lead. Halftime would bring a lot of excitement as well. Right before the half with 8 minutes to go, Eli Manning on 2nd and 10 dumps it off to Barkley, and this play went viral. The rookie making everybody miss, looking like he's playing a bunch of 5th graders, and he is just juking them all out of their shoes. Finally cuts back upfield and is eventually brought down around the 15-yard line. And then on 3rd and goal, Eli Manning rolls outside, can't find anything, eventually fires it into the end zone. It's off the fingertips of the tight end, and they would have to settle for another field goal. 14-6. Wentz drops back in the pocket all day to throw once again, fires a ball deep, and it's caught by his receiver, Nelson Aguilar. He's down inside the 20, down to the 15-10, and eventually brought out of bounds at around the 10-yard line. And then on 1st and goal, Wentz, a little play fake to Corey Clement, steps back in the pocket, fires it to the end zone, touchdown to Zach Ertz, and the Eagles take a commanding 21-6 lead, and they would keep on flying from there. Despite Saquon Barkley's incredible night, the Eagles in the second half would do even better. Wentz and a little screen pass over towards Clement, and Corey Clement, the misdirection, going down the sideline, pushed out around the 20-yard line. 3rd and goal in motion is going to be Jeffries. It's going to be a little throw to him, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown, and the Eagles are up 31-6, and that would be all they needed. As you can see, one more Saquon Barkley highlight, going to the outside, making everybody look silly, blowing by the defense for a touchdown. But the Giants would end up falling in this ball game, as despite their good performance from the running back, plays like this would happen. Not a great throw by Eli Manning. Odell Beckham very frustrated, and he would continue his frustrations by punching an air vent in this ball game as the Giants fall 34-13, 1-5, looking like last year a lot. Barkley, their leading rusher, with 130 yards and 99 yards in the air. But you can see Carson Wentz, don't not look at his stats. Great stats for him. 278 yards, 3 touchdowns. Great play by that amazing offensive line in that game Aguilar 91 yards through the air. But we look at Saquon Barkley's stat line one more time. Just incredible stats. 13 attempts for 133 yards, averaging 10 yards per carry and a touchdown, making everybody miss in that performance. Now we send it out to a little Big 12 action. Sean Robinson and the TCU Horned Frogs taking on their in-state rival, the Texas Tech Raiders. Robinson fluzes the football there on 3rd and 8 after getting a huge conversion. Rolls around on the field before being finally recovered by the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. It ended up being ruled down for TCU, though. As you can see, a very controversial call right there. Finally on 3rd and goal, rolling outside, fires it into the end zone, and it's incomplete! It's off of his fingertips, and it's going to be picked off, and then the ball's loose one more time, recovered by TCU, but he was ruled down. 2nd and 8 for Robinson later in the ball game. Texas Tech up 3-0, fires a bullet into the end zone for a touchdown. Jalen Rieger, what a catch right there. And then dropping back is Jet Duffy. He's going to be sacked on the play, as great pressure brought by TCU. Next play, it's 3rd and 11. Jet Duffy one more time hits the turf, and it's going to be 4th down. What a stand right there. Later in the ballgame, 2nd and 11, firing it deep, has a man wide open. That is Jadion High, 62 yards to the house. Texas Tech extends their lead. 10-7, the Red Raiders lead. Robinson drops back in the pocket, looking for something in the air it deep to the sideline. What a catch right there by his receiver, Turpin, down inside the 50-yard line, but it would only be a 3-and-out for the TCU Horned Frogs. A beautiful pass from Duffy right there. The quarterback earlier in the game was actually not Jeff Duffy. I apologize for that. 2nd and 3 for Robinson. He's going to air this one deep. He has a man with a step. Once again, that is Kavontae Turpin, 31 yards to the house. Doing a little celebration there as TCU takes back the lead. Duffy is sacked right there on 3rd and 28, and this ball game looks out of hand for Texas Tech. But never fear, the Red Raiders have the football later in the ball game. Duffy scrambles outside the pocket, going to run with it. Down, 1st down and more. There goes Duffy, still on his feet, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. What a run right there, all the way 38 yards. 3rd and 10, pressure's brought. Robinson barely gets it off, and it's somehow caught. What a play right there from Sean Robinson, extending the play. 4th and 1, ball game right here. Robinson, can he convert? Steps back in the pocket. Pressure is brought from both sides. He's going to roll outside. Can't go anywhere. Breaks one tackle. Cuts back upfield. There's blockers in front of him. Still on his feet. And he's going to be finally just pitching into the air. It's intercepted by Texas Tech. And the Red Raiders will win this ball game. Sean Robinson is completely shocked as TCU falls at home to the Red Raiders. This one wasn't in Lubbock. It was actually in TCU. And Sean Robinson can't come up with the win. 2 picks and 2 touchdowns for him. But Jet Duffy's dominating performance was just too much. The 2 freshman quarterback Bowman was actually hurt with a collapsed lung, so he couldn't play in the ball game after suffering that injury against West Virginia last week. But he actually would not be able to play at all in this ball game. They didn't start Jet Duffy, but he was the guy who finished, and boy, did he finish well. Expect to see more of these highlights on the college football recap on Sunday at 1 p.m. That will do it all for the DSN Daily Show. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to subscribe if you are new. If you are not new, please be sure to still subscribe and like the video. I will see you guys all next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.